Roll around on the floor and make your noise, Alden.
Here we go.
Can you make your noise? Alden, if you could start crawling on the floor and making some noise, that would be so beautiful. Cry for me. Crawl on the floor and cry like a little baby.
That's what we're doing. We're going to play Tears of the Kingdom. The kingdom is going to crawl on the ground and cry like a baby. It would be so beautiful. Yeah, we're going to do more Zelda. And, man, I know there's a lot of great stuff I could be playing. Bolt Gun, Street Fighter, the Grey Hill incident. Well, maybe not that. That's like Sunday stream level quality. That game looks like it's not doing so great. But there are a lot of games I could be playing, of course. And here I am, Zeldoing again. But, you know, chat, I didn't have anything to do tonight. And instead of crawling on the ground like a baby, I figured, let me just play more Zelda. So if you're keeping count, that's 3 nights in a row. Isn't that something? When Gollum? Oh no. Even though I did hear about the breeding minigames, there's like breeding.
Hey.
Like you can breed birds and stuff. I don't know, some weird shit in the Gollum game. Listen, I'm not saying I'm never gonna play Gollum again. There may be one more Gollum in me.
Oh. Ah.
Do I want to play it? No.
Oh.
Would it be funny? Maybe.
Ah.
Flower bed. I've seen... Place it on top of a unit, you've got a rooftop garden. Can you put something on top of the flower bed? Someone just said House Builder is super underwhelming. Please no more Gollum. The house system was cool at first, but I fucking hate the limit of 15 pieces. Yeah. It needs more part. This would be a good candidate for a DLC overhaul. You know, I don't even feel like doing this fucking stuff right now. Boy. What else is there, chat? What's above here? What's up there? There's a whole tower you're missing. Well, I know what I want to do. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. And there's some shrines I haven't even completed. I mean... Oh, we're done here. I don't have anything else to do. Sorry.
Ah.
Finish the tiers? We could do that today. Geoglyphs, then pull the Master Sword in order. That would be fun. Go to Tarry Town. There's a fun thing. Okay. I have an idea, chat. There's a couple sky islands I'd like to do, but right now, I'll get that last tower. And then, yeah, then we can figure out what to do in regards to... Oh, great. I forgot I have Triple Freak Army. Just the that beautiful, desolate feeling of traversing the environment alone. Now it's Link and ghosts. Shrine of Light nearby. Huh. Alright, I didn't realize we got a battle phallus over here, so let's take care of this. Easy. Strong McWeapons. I love that there's a monster camp next to Link's house. It is a dangerous world out there. Remember, Cheeky Nando has taken over the planet. Vinny hoarding magic rods. You know... Yes, but I have one for every occasion. So whenever I need one, I can use one. I've learned that the star rod, that doesn't do any damage though, chat. That I've learned. That makes me wonder why I'm keeping one of those. You can detach the star from the rod. I'd have to do that at Tarrytown. And, you know, who knows where Tarrytown even is. It's right there. It's literally right behind me. How are you tonight, chat? I want to thank you for joining. I didn't get a chance to do that. Of course, there will be many answers, but I hope the answers are mostly that you're doing okay. Listen, chat, Kryken told me to point at the sign. And then he told me to point at the lingerie store sign. What am I gonna do? Say no to my friend? Someone in chat just said they're graduating college in 5 days. Well, Milker. I couldn't even say that name. Goo Milker. I want to let you know I'm really proud of you. Where's that duck going? Huh. Sticky frog. Yeah, chat. I don't see where this thing is. Is there maybe a cave entrance around here? Oh, it's a Terry Town. Oh, it's that one. Once again, we've been sidetracked. It's fine. This is the point of Zelda. Yesterday was where we did the story. Well, not the story, but you know what I mean, the dungeon. Today's thing is just, you know, do some odds and ends. We'll do the memories. We'll get the Master Sword. But before that, of course, we have to do whatever random stuff we find on the way. And there is a scam artist over here, just goofing around. Just new Zelda goofing. Again, it's not very often. I mean, it's been this decade. It's not very often we get a new Zelda game, so I really wanna savor it. I don't care if it's valuable. It's way too creepy. I gotta hurry up and find some sucker to buy it. Sir, good timing. It's the railcar usage fee that I collected earlier. I guess you can call it a change of heart or whatever. I was there when Madison said her goodbyes. As a father, seeing her leave hit me right in the parental feelings. Started thinking about... Oh, this is unrelated to the stone. It's about time I did some honest work. I thought he was, like, so afraid of the glowing rock, he gave it back to me. It has nothing to do with the Hudson finding out I was charging a fee and getting mad. Nothing like that. Alright, I want the rock. It's a rare rock, so I took it as a memento. No, I'm not for that price. No, we need to go lower than that. Hey, what are you doing? You trying to sell random junk for outrageous prices again? Look at that thing. It's basically just a big piece of flint. I'd call 50 rupees a more than fair price. But I already said an absolutely fair price, and he might have... Okay, no need for the stern wife look. Well, what do you say? It's a real deal at just 50 rupees. Oh, she's doing it too! It's like Nestle selling water. They're made for each other. Alright, let's remove the star fragment from that rod because... Wait, what the hell is this? Is it a goblin? Oh, it's you.
What I'm trying to say is a bogoblin's most distinguishing feature is its nose, which you'll find squished upon its face like a goof. Its ears, on the other hand, are quite swoopy, and its horn goes zwiff.
That description of yours, can't say I get the picture. I appreciate you helping me with Madison. That was a rough patch there, but I feel a lot better about things thanks to you. Ronson is back to working on those dream homes, so I better get back to work too. I'm sorry. If you don't watch out, I'll start talking your ear off again. You've been a good listener. Thanks for that. This is Kilton. He moved to Terrytown the other day. He asked me to make a sculpture of a monster for him.
Oh, sorry. I'm an awful describer of things. I would draw you a detailed picture of a bokoblin if I could, but there is no art to be found in the bones of my body. But fret not. I, Kilton, will describe the monster to you with more enthusiasm and much zest.
How about this picture? Oh, I had one already.
That's exactly it. That's the bokoblin I'm looking for.
Now this is a good picture. Let me use it as a reference. I can make the sculpture, no problem.
Oh.
Son and done. It better be in the same pose as the picture. Oh my god, it is. That's fucking crazy. And the perfect spot for it. He doesn't want to do it. It's too much responsibility. Dragon. Looks good to me. They're also holding the same weapon as well. You can get a statue of a moblin with a mop. I need that. Yeah, moplin. Manus moplin. This adorable, cuddleable monster is called a bokoblin. They make house and home throughout Hyrule and are perhaps the monster you've rubbed shoulder bones with the most. They're cute?
Look and learn, and you won't hate. Understand what you fear, and you'll feel great. For those with an open mind, wonders await.
Wow. Okay, so I need a moblin with a mop. Horoblins now. Well, yeah, I'm in no rush to do that stuff. But now I will just take weapon, I'll take photographs. I'll keep a mop with me, just in case. Break it down for me. You could give enemies a Hudson weapon or shield, too. See. Very interesting. Will they take a magic staff with a President Hudson cutout on it? I don't want to give up one of my shields, though. These are good shields. Find a trash shield. Too late. Okay, if I get a picture of a moblin with these, I'll be very happy. Anyway, I guess this is mine now, right? So, Vinny, please explain iambic pentameter. Didn't Shakespeare use that? I don't remember what it is. It's some form of prose, right? But my prose lapsed, so I don't really know what it is. Okay, so we've got all these pieces down here. Just need to find some kind of raft or boat or something we can make. Put a bird on it. I remember that. Hopefully this fucking thing didn't despawn. So I watched episode 4 of this season of I Think You Should Leave. And, there's a moment when the insane guy, what's it, Tim Robinson, I finally learned his name. He's doing a thing and this guy's like, I don't even know if there are any rules anymore, man, because he's listening to some, like, pop-punk song that says there's no rules, and he's just breaking shit. And, even Tim Robinson can't help, like, there's a couple moments where he's breaking. And he's just laughing at the absurdity of the situation and how, and the improv, or whatever the fuck is happening. And, I just like the idea, like, Nathan did this too, in Nathan For You. Like, assembling a repertoire of freaks, of recurring freaks, and, like, not knowing maybe how funny they are until you do an episode with them, and then it's like, alright, next season comes along. Gotta get them. Gotta get them in the show. There we go. Sauerkraut Hamburger, that's a good name. Same for Tim and Eric. Well, Tim and Eric is, like, at this point, they're the classics of this genre of our sketch comedy makes no sense. That's the name of the genre. The sketch comedy that makes zero sense. I think perhaps if I did a sketch comedy show, it would be something like that. Just absolutely nonsensical bollocks. Just total bollocks. This is a sketch comedy show. Yeah, but I mean, it's not, because I can't improv with myself. I mean, I guess I could. Some chat member just said it's not funny. Well, you're the one watching the entertainment, chat member. Gray Leno? Who's that? Vinny, can you say happy birthday? Yeah, I don't like to do happy birthdays. I'm sorry to say, for specific people, because then that becomes, Vinny, why did you say happy birthday to that person and not the other person? So I know, well, I said happy birthday, which, hang on, let me finish. Let me finish one time. I can say happy birthday to all chat members on their respective birthdays. I learned pretty quickly that doing, like, specific shoutouts, or like, Vinny, can you read this message from my friend who was in a tragic skateboarding accident, and they injured their cockbone or whatever. You know, sometimes that's not even real, and it's almost impossible to verify. And then one person does it, and then a bunch of other people just make people up, because they too want to get a cockbone mention. So, yeah, it's just not my style as a streamer. I guess I could... You know what? We'll go over there. Vinny, why do you only read the bad chats? Chat member, you're implying your message is bad chat. I do tend to read the bad chats, though. Which is weird because... Well, okay, so obviously negative stuff can stick out a little bit more in a sea of positive. It's like the adage of, like, you know, 100 positive messages, but one, you know, sucks. Like, 100 pat on the back feels... Wait, how's this go? A knife in the back, you feel, but a pat on the back, you don't... Wait. Well, it's random. Because there are times where I look over at chat and it's going a million miles a minute, and then I just happen to stumble upon the one weird chat message. And, yeah, it's one of my, like, shitty superpowers that I'd prefer not to have. But I don't mind reading a shitty chat message once in a while. It's okay. I think a little shit is good for you once in a while. But there is a limit of how much I'm willing to concede to shit. And so, yeah, just once in a while I'll read a shitty chat message. Someone said it's not. Well, if you're being a blithering idiot, you know, and then someone wants to give you a little shit for being a blithering idiot, maybe it's okay to at least acknowledge, oh, this is idiot stuff. That's how I view it. And then I can make a decision whether or not I'd like to continue being an idiot, which the answer is yes, I'd mostly like to continue being an idiot. But, I have a pretty good, especially at this point in my life, I have a pretty good amount of self-awareness. So, when it comes to shit chat messages or whatever, it's usually not much of a surprise. Unless it was that one chat member who was like, what was the chat message? It was something about, like, Vinny, go to the dungeon. And I was heading to the dungeon. Something like that. It's like, well, what do you want me to do? Get there faster? Actually, that's probably the answer, yeah. Get there faster. I think I found the tower, chat. I think. I think that's it. You called them a bitch and insulted their lineage, if I remember correctly. I did spit upon their ancestors. That is true. I had a little imbibement. There is some drink within my system. And I felt bad for the chat member afterwards because I had utterly destroyed their ancestors. Their lineage was just absolutely blown out. What did I even say? What did I say? Their lineage. What are you talking about? I think I rusticated their lineage. Yeah, that's a shame for them, at least. But yeah, I mean, I can only play games my own shitty way. That said, though, here's what I will say. I've learned. Sometimes I can meander. And I don't pay enough attention to the game. I'm well aware I have this issue. It's partially a streamer issue. And, it can be frustrating for some. So yeah, I don't mind learning, when I'm being a bad streamer. But will it make me not a bad streamer? Not always. What's a good way to get... I guess I need a more powerful lizard. I was gonna try to give that, the lizards, the Hudson thing. So Zora's Domain, I haven't even been this way at all, chat. And, it looks like they have a goop problem, like Gwyneth Paltrow. But clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean. I have a shrine that's way closer to this tower than where I was. Alright, well, there's a shrine somewhere around here, so let's get it. Ugh. The goddesses of Hylia really be taking a shit in Zora's Domain right now. I don't see the shrine. It is below. It's underneath the town. Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it. I'm here, I may as well get it. Oh boy, we're not gonna survive this. Eat stamina balls? Okay. If I need to, I will. I might not need to. Boy. Yeah, this place is filthy. God damn. It's, yeah, it is the fecal domain. It's Zora's toilet. Welcome to the outhouse of Hyrule, everybody. This is where all the sewage and all of the pipes eventually go. It's Hudson's fault. Hudson thought he was being clever when he built, like, plumbing. Like, actual, real plumbing. And then he couldn't figure out where to dump it, so he just dumped it all into Zora's domain. Fucking Hudson. Well, this is a mechanic I haven't seen yet. Hint. Ah! Ah! Chad, have you seen that guy in Japan who, just by looking at a color, can mix spray paint by adding the specific colors together? That shit is incredible. Glop! That's how colors work, Vinny. No, but he can do, like, complex, really amazing things just by sight. Like, very quickly. He can just look at something. In his mind, he can, like, parse exactly what color it is. And then he can just mix the colors together. Like, just by sight, and very quickly. He's like an old wizard. Can he make blue? That's his one weakness. blue is the hardest of colors. What's the name of the video? I don't know. I feel like I might have to show the video now, because there are people who are like, I can do that. That's not impressive. That's how a color palette works, Vinny. I don't even know how to find the video. Paint match. There's one where he did a very specific, like, silvery style of spray paint, and it was amazing. Look up Old Paint Man. Old Paint Man Mixer. Well, I found one of them. It's not the most... It's not like the most impressive one I've seen from him, but it's still pretty good. I gotta mute the fucking TikTok music. Sorry, everybody. No! Completely unrelated music. My favorite. So yeah, he just takes a look at it, and he's like, okay, I'll add this color, I'll add this color, I'll add a little bit of this, I'll add a little bit of red, I'll do this, I'll do this. And then... yeah. He made blue. Oh, he's just really good at measuring without measuring. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's very good at measuring the exact amount of each color he needs without having to do it. To, you know, like, he can just do it very quickly, it seems. There was one that was even a little bit more impressive. Anyway, I can't find it. Chat is never pleased. Is someone... why are they hating? I don't know. Are chat members hating on this guy? That's a shame. It's just a cool thing I saw, chat, and I don't know. Damn. Tough crowd. Oh yeah, this one. Here, I'll show you one more. I don't even know why I brought this up. Yeah, baby music. Baby voices time. So he takes a look at it, and then just like by eyeballing it, he knows how much of each color he needs. A little bit of red in there too. It's staged, Vinny? Do you have proof of that? Staged video, it is staged. This guy's cool, but he's not Japanese. Well, I apologize then. What is Vinny trying to prove to us? Wow. Remember that Vinny only reads shitty chat messages thing? It's just a cool video that I saw. Why else would he stop mid-session while customers are waiting on him? What do you mean, stop mid-session? He's mixing colors, chat member. And then he shows it off. Even if it took him like 3 or 4 attempts and they cut the first couple, I just think it's a neat video. It's not like you gotta vote for this guy for president or something. You could just look at it and be like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know what? That's a cool way that this person makes a living, and they seem fairly talented. But no, there are people who have to look at that and be like, well, actually... That's funny. I do only read the asshole messages. Not that I'm calling any chat members an asshole. I like that guy, I like his work, I think he's cool. And I wanted to share something neat with the audience, and I'm sure a lot of you enjoyed it, so... Is this Gollum? I'm so tired, chat.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
I've been streaming for less than a half hour and I'm already broken.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I think we're good here. Yeah.
Ooh.
I hear that things in Zora's domain aren't so good. There's some goopy stuff called sludge. It's falling out of the sky. I'd like to revise my Hudson theory, because I know the real answer now is that the Zonai are just, you know... Do you ever take a shit on a plane? Where do you think that stuff goes? A tank? False. Okay, here's a better question. Have you ever randomly felt a drop of moisture on you when it wasn't raining, and you just look up and you're like, what the hell was that? You know what that was? Plane residue. They don't just drop it from the sky, Vinny. Well, they should! Did you come up here knowing that this is the camp of Captain Torrens' squad of the monster control crew? No, I didn't know that. Akala Span is down the road from here, and the squad's mission is to strike at the monsters that have taken it over.
Ooh. Aha.
The duty of an elite squad is to confront powerful foes, if they had a skilled ally. So I've done like one of these. I guess this is directing you toward the other one. No, I don't know how many of these are, like, and also, is there good reward or what? Well, you know what? I'll join them. Well, if it isn't Link, you came to aid us again. I'm so happy and incredibly grateful. We'll approach the Fiend stronghold first, then launch our attack when the moment is right. Oh, this was in, like, the trailers, wasn't it? And I think I made a joke about how it's like Hyrule Warriors. Oh, fuck. This is not a sneaking mission. This man is not Mel Torme. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what'd you do to my horse, bitch? How fucking dare you? Can't shoot lasers. Oh! Wow, I didn't realize they were that powerful. And my armor's, like, kinda upgraded. Vinny the horse. I know. No, I didn't say come. I could probably just knock these enemies into the water. My horse is fighting! Yes, horse, good! Yes, Scrung. Could use all the help we can get. Injured.
Oh.
You can throw splash fruit on injured Hylians to wake them up. Interesting. The blood moon, I'm sure you've noticed it. At least he acknowledges the futility of all of this. $100 for cleaning the monster hobos on the bridge. Vinny, what's the best root beer brand? I don't really drink soda anymore. I know Joel would probably kill me if I said anything other than mug. But I don't remember. I really don't remember. I'm not enough of a root beer connoisseur to tell you the differences. Good horse. Junk food arguments, sleeper. Remember when things were just conversations? Remember that? Usually when I'm, like, when I'm talking to a person, whether it be a new person or someone I've been friends with for a long time, if we, you know, if we're talking about something and we maybe, like, don't 100% agree, we just keep talking about other things, or we just agree to disagree. Because that would be, like, awful. If everything turned into an argument, like it does on the internet. What an awful way to live that would be. Imagine being that negative all the time, though. It's called Twitter. I like tacos. Are you saying that you hate cheeseburgers? My other favorite is, I can see that you followed this person on social media. A social media platform perhaps you don't even use. Well, you see, I disagree with that person, so therefore, I think you're a shit. I mean, there's just endless reasons of negativity. And it's not hard to find negativity if you want to find something. You could easily find something if you're looking for it, but it just gets so exhausting. But no, what chat member was saying though about the junk food. You know, for me, junk food is, I like it. Once in a while, I'll have some soda. But, aside from, like, you know, chocolate, like, you can usually tell shitty chocolate, which is just to say, like, American chocolate is pretty bad compared to, like, British chocolate. But aside from that, like, it's different soda brands, it's just so sugary, I can barely tell the difference. Someone just said, actually wrong. I can tell the difference. Well, maybe I can't, but my prostate can. Well, that was a normal thing to say on a stream chat. Don't act like you've never heard that before. You don't boof soda? Finally, chat, we made it. We made it. Boy, that really just does make everything so much easier, huh? This is the first Zora I've seen the entirety of this game so far. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I've seen like one somewhere. But this might be the very first Zora. You saved me. Thank you. How shameful that this should happen to me, captain of the guard at Zora's domain. Unbelievable. After the upheaval, that filth suddenly began falling from the sky. It sullied the waters around here and in Zora's domain. Everyone is at their wits' end because of it. That's why I set out to investigate the surrounding area myself. To think I would fall prey to falling sludge myself. Ugh. Just thinking about it makes my scales bristle. My gills still feel so unclean. If you had not sprayed me with water, I shudder to think of what would have happened to me. Please take this Zora spear as a token of my thanks. I am sorry it is not much, but it is all I have. It decayed like all the other weapons at the time of the upheaval. But, well, it's not unusable at least. Easy. Well, this is it, the last tower. Done. That seems important. What mad lad put this on here? It was you, wasn't it, chat member? Go in there in just a second. So this one's carts, wings, fans, and beam emitters. Sounds like a King Gizzard album title. A flying device. The hardest challenge yet. This is like Babby Shrine, though, I think. This is a weird one to get at, like, 80 hours in. Someone said I'm convinced they wanted you to do the water temple first. Oof. Well, it's gonna be a little rough for me considering it's my last one. If true. Well, I really don't think the game was designed that way. Maybe some of the temples are a little easier than others, but I think they probably did their best to make sure that they could be approached at any time. Listen, the bosses haven't really been all that difficult. They've been really cool fights, as discussed last night, but they haven't been, like, terribly difficult. So I feel it's probably just choose your thing. Link Between Worlds did something interesting, which was that some of the dungeons you could go to it in any order from the beginning, and then the second half of the dungeons were harder. So I feel like the freedom to choose what dungeon you want, but in tiers, is a good solution to that. But when a game only has 4 dungeons, then yeah. I say that as if there aren't, like, you know, what, 50 shrines or more, whatever it is. And a whole huge world out there. $152. Wow, here I am like, oh no, there's 50 shrines. Nope. Not even fucking close. Sorry if you've answered this before, but what do you think of Zelda straying away from medieval fantasy into sci-fi fantasy? Well, technology is just magic. But, like, show a toaster to a medieval peasant, and that's magic. It's been like this since Link to the Past. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like Vinesauce, there's like enemies and there's glimpses of like stuff that looks a little bit like technology. How do I feel about it? I don't know, it feels like a natural enough evolution. I mean, there's always been magic, and this just feels like a more advanced form of magic. But going for, you know, technology, like fans and, like, devices, it's not jarring, but it's different. It's nice to have something different for a series that's been around since the 80s. And still kind of feels like Zelda. Like, to me, it retains its identity and does something a little different. Would I like a purely medieval Zelda game? I'd be down for it. Like I said, there's enough variety in this series. There's been so many entries that, you know, doing new things is good. I think trying some different shit keeps the series feeling fresh. So I'm okay with it as long as it still, like, the Lost Woods are still in this game. As an example. So there's still that medieval flair, and there's also the old, like, Zelda conventions here, just done differently between this game and Breath of the Wild. But, as I've said a bunch of times, it's still, to me, its own Zelda. There's 2D, there's 3D, and then there's open world Zelda. So... and I like all of them, I just want there to be more classic Zelda to complement these. Alright, chat. I think now's the time to do some story. So we did the Blade. We've got 4 story left, so we're gonna do them tonight. So we've got that one there. And that one is... top left. Okay. Just gonna get that shrine real quick. Not even close. Mifa Court. I remember having to climb up here. In Breath of the Wild. Now you could just, like... you just fall in from the sky. It's nice they named a court after Mifa. Careful, you're near where the Zora quest starts. Okay. We're gonna go to the Piccadilly Circus. That's what it looked like it said. I read it very quickly, and my mind translated it to Piccadilly Circus, so we're gonna just go there. Vinny, why did you point like that? Criken made me do it. That's my only answer. It is a true answer. He made me do it. At gunpoint, no less. I guess pointing is a crime now, huh, chat member? Vinny, have you played the horrible new Alien game? I was really hoping that wouldn't be shit. But not just like, okay, I'm okay if a game is shit as long as it's funny. But this one, the Grey Hill Incident, it seems like it is slow as fuck to play. and like kind of boring, which is way worse than haha, it's bad and it's funny bad. But I may have to check it out anyway, chat. I don't know. It's aliens. Charborg tried to play it, was crashing his PC.
Yeah, don't finish the game. Yeah, just release it. Yeah.
Queen Sonia! Queen Sonia!
Oh, there's a direct continuation. Yeah, it's a good thing we did these in order.
Finally, it is mine.
What are you gonna do with that?
Strength surging.
Oh, the blood moon rises. Oh, shit. Were there just no bokoblins before this? Or are these more bokoblins?
Sonia! You were too late, Rauru. You took for granted the godlike power you had in your hands. Do you now see the potential you squandered? As for her, she is merely the first victim of your arrogance. You tried
Don't blame the goat.
to control me, Rauru, and you will die knowing that you failed. Get it done!
Queen Sonia needs you!
Oh my god. Oh, I thought she was taking a picture. Like, yo, this would be a fucking sick TikTok video. Weird dude shoots blood tentacles from fist. Alright, I should be taking this a little more seriously, right? Maniacal laughing. If only Ganon had a mustache. Very evil. You guys very evil. Someone just said he's misunderstood. What do you think people don't understand? Oh, I got you already? Oh yeah, I guess I did. Vinny, remember what you did during the serious Xenoblade cutscene? No, but if you remember, chances are you didn't like it very much. What did I do? Did I do the spin voice? I did a funny voice. Hereupon Ricky loves the Gollum game. Oh, it was really funny, actually. Oh, okay, my bad. I don't remember what I did. 100%. Sorry. I do try to take games' story seriously sometimes, I swear. It's just... Yeah, there are times I end up just being a clown, and I know I end up ruining things for people. But I also know that there are people who enjoy the clown man shtick. In the business, we call those enablers. Windows Game Bar, enable. Do I have the frog suit yet? No. I have some of it. That'll do. Nut boy who needs your help is in the vicinity. Okay, we'll take care of that. Mallet smash. Okay. Vinny, are you drunk again tonight? I am not. I am not. That is my normal sober brain that conjured that. Also, normal, sober brain. Also, whoever was at the Philadelphia showing of The Room with Greg Sestero there, thanks for mentioning me and saying to Greg that you like my stuff and asking about my alien and all that, and asking how Nortz was doing, or whatever you did. If you've never seen The Room, I would recommend going and seeing it with a group of people and bring plastic spoons. It's better if you've never seen it. Okay. So, then there's that maze, which we can do eventually. So where are we now? I know we're getting sidetracked, but we're getting there. So this one is a tier. That is all the way this way. We did that one. Hmm? Wouldn't that be 11? Did I miss one? $11 is something else? Okay. So then there's that one. I think we did that one too, no? So we did that. We got... backed into a corner by the attacks in all parts of Hyrule. Leaders facing the Demon King's forces gather at Rauru's call. He gives each a Zonai secret stone, making them sages with powers amplified by the stones. All the sages raise their voices as one, pledging to fight with King Rauru to the end. And a king's duty. On the eve of battle, Zelda tells King Rauru that in her future, she's seen that the Demon King is alive, and that it means they won't defeat him the next day. Rauru says that he will still do what he must, even at the cost of his life. If they fail, their last line of defense will be the knight in the future, who wields the sword that seals the darkness. So I guess that means I got that one, and it's just the Master Sword that's left, right? Yeah, I got that one. So the Master Sword is up there. It's north. Somewhere right around the Lost Woods. Which is interesting because that's where we were going anyway. Do the Lost Woods first. No, I'm doing the memory first. Oh, there it is. Easy enough. Thank you, game. That's like the 5th or 4th time that that's happened to me. Alright, here we go. Chat's been waiting for this moment, apparently.
He managed to restrain him somehow. But Link, I am not sure.
Wait, is this like timey-wimey?
Able to stop him.
Huh. Wait, Zelda is her own ancestor. Never mind, that doesn't make any sense. Never, it's fine. I'll just watch.
Master Sword. How is the Master Sword?
There's a 10% chance that this is the Master Sword.
Safe? You traveled through
100,
time
sorry.
to find me and recover your strength.
Zelda, I believe there is a reason you were sent to us. It has to mean something.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do. We will finally stop him.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
What? Oh, no, she's gonna become a dragon?
I'll be forever changed. Link! You must find me.
Chat. It's the white dragon, right? The dragon of light. Oh, chat's in emote only mode. Good. You know what? Good. Thanks, whoever did that. I happened across this dragon and no one spoiled it. Oh. Oh. Huh. Wow, okay. Well, that is kind of a reveal. Thank you for not spoiling that, chat. Like, I'm actually stunned that I managed to learn about that for the first time just now, even after having encountered the dragon. So Zelda somehow became a dragon. We don't know how. We don't know where they came from. We don't know how they did it. Oh, I guess maybe we'll find out. I don't know. You can leave the chat open. I'm not looking at it. From here on out, I'm not looking at it. But what if she trains with a dragon like Mr. Miyagi? And like they do karate and paint a fence and stuff, and that's how she learns how to become a dragon.
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? A blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes.
After all, you possess more than power over time. You have a sacred power that can dispel evil.
To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon.
Oh.
One blessed with eternal life.
Huh?
Minoru, I'm counting on you. Link, I will restore the Master Sword for you. I will care for it until the time comes. I will pour my sacred power into it. It will be the weapon that defeats the Demon King.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
You must.
I just don't want to see the actual transformation process of, like... You know how, like, a lot of games just have the character morph into the monster? Oh, God damn it.
Protect them all!
Well, at least I didn't have to see just some light. That's fine. I can deal with that. And that's how the geoglyphs were formed. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is kind of the perfect name for this game, isn't it? So yeah, the dragon uses that instrument when you get near any dragons. And that was Zelda's lullaby. Very nice. These are all the Silent Princess flowers. So, has she just been roaming Hyrule for thousands of years? How many years in the past does she go again? Like 10,000? Okay. I don't really quite 100% know how to get up there. Well, I mean, I do and I don't, but... Someone just said hover bike. Flying mop. Now I see why chat didn't want me to do these out of order, because that would have been... Or, like, even get the Master Sword first. There we go. This just had much more impact. This was better. Again. How am I so lucky? If there's gonna be a cutscene, I don't want to look like a jabroni. shard of light dragon spike. Are there a lot more of those? Might want to get some of these. This makes me wish this game had more Shadow of the Colossus-esque boss fights. Every one of those you grab hurts Zelda immensely. No. This might be the coolest way to get the Master Sword in any Zelda game. Sorry, Zelda. I don't know if this feels weird like a mosquito or something, but... There's a stamina check, too. This probably does not feel very good. She deserves it for changing your old room. Wow, chat member. Fucking really? But yes, very happy this wasn't spoiled for me. There's the music. It's so good. It still hits, too, and I thought I heard Zelda's lullaby in there a little bit in the beginning.
Link. The Master Sword. Your sword. She is the key to destroying the Demon King. He defeated her before, but a long slumber will heal these grievous wounds. And when you two next face the Demon King, you will have my strength to help you through her. final hope. I pray this sword reaches you in the future.
Well, there you go. Your inventory is full. Please remove a weapon to retrieve the Master Sword. Are you sure you'd like to remove President Hudson's sign weapon? Thank you, Zelda. You will never be forgotten. Temple of Time. Cool. It doesn't tell you how powerful the sword is. This is where you first see the light dragon. Oh, okay, okay. $30, but you confuse things with it to increase the power. Like this? Oh, good. Oh, thank God it doesn't add the stupid... Oh God, it does. I would assume it still has to charge. Sorry, you defeated 3 enemies. Would you like to know more? Light dragon parts add lifesteal. That's cool. The meat is permanent now? Wait, how do you get rid of the meat? The meat is forever. Congratulations. Enjoy your meat sword. Fuse Hudson to it for the ultimate power. Too bright. Someone said there was a quest up here. That's later? Okay. Boy, it really is a meat sword. I can't even cut grass with it because the meat is attached. When it runs out of power, it loses the fused item. You can destroy fused items in the menu. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. I need a Hylian shield now. And then I need to upgrade the Temple of Time, or the Hero of Time outfit. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I just think it should absorb the essence of the weapon, give you the power, and then still be the Master Sword. Use a shape you find cool. Guess so. Again, for every amazing thing in this game, and there are so many amazing things, it's almost impossible to count. There's just a couple baffling decisions around every corner. And no, it doesn't mean I hate the game. Clearly I love this game. I'm really enjoying it, but there's just some stuff that I just scratch my head. I'm like, what? That? Is the penis hair one of them? Oh, no, that's fine. Some chat members are saying emote only. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah, I would like to figure this out myself. Hmm. Okay. I thought maybe it had something to do with the birds. And there's also the silent shrooms. There's a silent shroom over here. Maybe the shadows? That's a tree that is not got any leaves on it. Huh. No. It's the way the wind is blowing? No. Ah! Okay, well, in Breath of the Wild, you had to follow the trail of the fire. That would point in the direction you need to go in. I'm just trying whatever. Silent shroom. Maybe there's, like, too much bad smell air? Okay, not that either. Oh man, I really don't know. Okay, we'll try a couple more things and then, I don't know, just keep trying things. I have nothing... I've got nothing so far. So I'm just trying to look around. Johnny said he figured it out by complete accident and he didn't intend to even go in the Lost Woods. Guess not. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. I just want to remember this moment forever. Okay, so Johnny figured this out by accident. How could you figure this out by accident? Like, everything sends you outside of the... Chat, tell me how to do this in emotes. Using only emotes, how do you do this? Okay, none of that is helping. Sleep? Oh, wait, no, I think that's the chat members getting bored. Are there any clues that I can look for around here? No. So there's no clues. Is it an item that I need to use or throw? No. Okay. Hmm. I thought for a second that the stuff dissipated. I don't even know what other questions to ask that could be answered with yes or no to figure this out. I really have no idea. Okay, is it a certain spot that I have to move to? I see a lot of people posting Minecraft. It is. Okay, well, why is Minecraft Steve being posted? Is that a hint? Is Minecraft Steve a hint? Yes? Am I not allowed to touch vegetables? Do I only touch vegetables? No. Minecraft Steve is the hint. What? Think, Vinny, think! What would the Nut Boys want? They'd want me to destroy their forest. No, maybe not. Oh man. Chat, this is weird. I don't have any idea. Am I not going through this arc? Yes or no? This arc. The arch. No. Okay, so I don't go through there. No? No. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, chat. Okay. What the fuck do I do here? Really don't know. But I don't want to know yet. Give me another couple minutes. I'm not giving up just yet. Okay, so... It's a big tree, no? Okay. Okay, chat, try one more time. Using emotes, how do you do this? I don't understand your emote. This is like hieroglyphics, chat. You want me to decipher hieroglyphics? Pickaxe, Earth Day. I see pickaxe and earth. And then I also see something related to trees. Pickaxe and earth. There's no pickaxe game mechanic. Pickaxe. And earth. And punch trees? Punch trees, pickaxe, earth. Think, Vinny! Think! Pickaxe, punch trees, earth. Creeper, Minecraft Steve. Devil, Satan. What? Earth, pickaxe, Satan, fire. Oh, man. Punch trees. Geode. Geodude. 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 God damn it. No, it's not. I thought maybe you had to stop on the trees. Chet, do I need to stand on wood and make some kind of rudimentary vehicle? No. Pickaxe earth. Pickaxe earth. What does that mean? Pickaxe earth. What do you mean? Dorito chip. Now there's Dorito chips. T-pose, 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 Dorito chip. Oh my god. Look, like, are the trees pointing in the direction I have to go in? Somehow. No, they're not. Okay. Is the ground pointing in the direction I need to go in? Somehow. Palpatine returned. Yes and no. Can I only step in on certain things? No. Okay. Fuck. Do I have to listen for a noise? No. Do I have to move slowly? Or go at a certain speed? No. And it's not item related at all. God, this is insanity. Is it related to any of the powers that I have? Yes and no, but maybe yes? Oh, that's the light. Chad, do I need to just pay attention to my environment? No. What? What is... What? What? Do I have to shield surf? Time is up. No. No, the time cannot be up. No. Minecraft Steve is the hint. What is the hint? What does it mean? What does it mean? Minecraft Steve. Earth pickaxe. Have I gotten close to the solution at all, chat? Like, have I been in the ballpark? No! Really? Doesn't require an item. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know. Johnny, can I get a hint from you? Maybe? Just a hint? Okay, let me read this. Hint is... Getting in the... Okay. Getting in the Lost Woods is like climbing someone's... up someone's asshole. So, okay, great. Okay. Okay. That is just a wonderful hint. Thank you. It's not helping, by the way. I don't know. It's like what did I do? I climbed. I was climbing. Okay, so we were climbing. Right, I was climbing. Whoa. No, I'm climbing, we're climbing. And then I ascended. No? Does it have anything to do with ascend? Yes, it does. But that doesn't make any sense. There's only this one thing to ascend. Ascend the earth? But chat, how do you ascend down? That's descend. There's no such ability! People are saying yeah? Oh. Oh. I have nothing to say. Johnny, can you repeat that? It got spammed. It got removed from the chat. Remember the times you climbed up assholes in this game? I do. Yes, I remember those. Yep. We did it, chat. Chat, you did it. I don't know what you did, but... So, I love the attempt at explaining to me via Minecraft Steve, Earth, and Pickaxe. And Tree. Though there were emotes where people were pointing up, so I thought, okay, I have to look up. There's a clue in the sky. I guess it makes sense now that Johnny said he got here by accident. If you're just like, exploring the depths. Dorito was an arrow down, and then the next emote was pointing up. Dear God, chat. Dear God. Descend. Yeah, there's no such ability as descend.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. I don't know, I just didn't think of the depths. Chat. I haven't gone to the depths at all today on the stream. I wonder if I would have gotten it if I was already exploring the depths. Vinny, there was a chasm 2 feet away from you. You are right under it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the fucking temple from earlier yesterday? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's a Korok at the entrance to the woods that hints at the chasm as well. God damn it. The Korok only shows up later. Well, eventually I figured it out. It just took Johnny to tell me about assholes to figure it out, but I got there eventually, chat. And the moment of realization was still way better than if someone just straight out told me. So, at the very least, as infuriating as that was, I enjoyed it. The Dorito things also came up when Germa was stuck in Breath of the Wild's Lost Woods. I don't even understand the connotation between Dorito and Breath of the Wild Lost Woods. Korok Grove. Yeah.
Yeah.
That cheesy vehicle that I've been using, I saw a more revised model of it. And then... but I don't know if it actually is better. Like, more efficient. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Whoa. Hit him with a dazzle fruit. How did you not notice the falling emote? Well, I'm on my couch. I'm not exactly... I have to, like... You know, decipher the emotes from a little bit of a distance. And I had to actually stand up and, like, take a look at the emotes to see what they specifically were. So, I mean, I was seeing, like... Okay, so the Earth emote, to me, just looked like a blue ball. I was seeing yay and nay. Those were pretty clear. Beans? It's me, Beanroot. Hello, everyone. What emotes would you recommend when Germa attempts it? Like 4 years from now? A more clear down arrow. Probably not Doritos. Chad, here's what you do. Randomly insist that Germa adds a down arrow emote, and don't explain why. And that way, several years from now, when he gets to this part in the game, when he does play the game, you'd be like, you know, emote only, and then you can show him the emote.
It would be so beautiful.
I know I have to go up, but I figured I'd get this other light route first. These are the roots of the Deku tree? God damn, this thing is huge. Someone wants to know how many memories we got. We got all of them. As of today, we're done. Memories is done. Well, not all of them, but all the geoglyphs. All the geoglyphs. So I'm sure there's still a couple cutscenes that we haven't seen, but... Sidetracked again by shiny stones. Oh, I could have used my Goron friend. Freak. Whatever. Whatever you want to call. Chat. It's up to you. You call him whatever. He has a name? What's his name? Goro. Oh, Yub-Nubbo. Yeah, yeah, it's Yub Shitto. How do you think Link feels that the love of his life, Zelda, is now a dragon with no memory of him? That'd be kind of weird. I wish I didn't ask that question. Looks like they improved the frame rates over here, at least. What happened to these poor Koroks? Were these ones on crucifixes? Oh, it's all rotten. Down arrow. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Chat, that was an accident. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, God. Shit. Stop that. Master Sword helps with the rot. You did it. Thank you so much, Mr. Hero. The Great Deku Tree is waiting for you in Korok Forest. We are deep in the inner bowels. I don't really want that. Like, what even happens in here? It's really good. Fuse it to... Oh. Well, it's gone now, right? You get a lot of them later. Shaka. The Koroks told me that icky stuff floating in the air was making things weird around here. I'm happy it's gone, that everyone's better now. $35 Korok seeds. Jeez. My head's still fuzzy. Oh, hang on. What are you doing here? Oh yeah, now I remember. It all happened so suddenly. The Great Deku Tree was in agony and the ominous fog came out of his mouth. And then a bunch of us Koroks started acting funny. Next thing I knew, monsters showed up and I fought them all myself, knocking them out one by one. Sorry, I lied. I actually couldn't move and I don't remember what happened. It was all so sudden, but I don't know if any of the others remember either. But thanks to you, Mr. Hero, everybody's back to normal. Yay. I'm sure the Great Deku Tree wants to go say thank you. I've got a favor to ask. Some of us Koroks could use your help. Follow the lights in the forest. If you come across different Koroks who could help, please find them and see what they need. So it is you. I must apologize. I'm still quite groggy, as though I'm awakening from a bad dream. You rid me of that unpleasantness deep within me. Yes, you went through to great trouble to restore me. Thank you. It's been some time since we last spoke. Have you been well? Yes, the last time we spoke was when you came here to retrieve, with the princess, to retrieve the Master Sword.
It is good to see you, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, and Link, Keeper of the Master Sword. Your blade has been fully restored. Go on then, Link. Draw it once more.
Great Deku Tree, thank you so much.
Ha ha ha. There is no need for thanks. I merely watched over its renewal.
It is amazing that a sword can heal itself, no matter how badly damaged it becomes.
It can do more than heal. The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes. The potential of this fabled blade may well be limitless. Truly the work of a goddess.
A sword that grows ever stronger. The Master Sword.
Link, why didn't you recognize that the Dorito was a down arrow? You appear to be faced with trouble once more, but I see you have procured the Master's Sword. That sword, I sense a sacred power within it that is stronger than before. What has come to pass? Take heed. Do not rely solely upon the power of that sword. You must steel your mind and your spirit as well. I am always here. Should you ever have need of me, you need only ask. Fuck? No touchy. Each element has been placed just so. This is his mouth? I've been spotted. I wonder how you got in here. Guess what? We're in the Great Deku Tree's mouth. Oh. Guess what else? I'm putting together a secret room here. Right now I'm fixing up the decor, but I need more pretty things. I need 4 blue nightshades that glow gently at night and 2 really vivid bright bloom seeds. There you go. See? Look, now my secret room is all done. Thank you so much. Take this. Oh. I was thinking I'd lay this on the floor like a rug, but you can have it. Now I can enjoy my secret room. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Hero. It's a secret to everyone that I built a secret room here. I wonder how I can get out of here when I want to go play. Did you just come out of the ground? Did I hide things well enough? Oh, Mr. Hero, it's you. You see, I wanted to play with everyone by making them hunt for treasure, so I hid stuff around the Great Deku Tree. I want to make sure I hid things well enough, so I need someone to test it out. The first hidden treasures are a forest dweller's sword, forest dweller's spear. I hid them higher than the Great Deku Tree's face. I found one, now you gotta find the spear. I know I need to bring both, but I'm gonna leave that there so I have room. Vinny, you were close to it. Oh, You just walked away from it? I don't see it, chat. It's next to a wall? Oh. Got him. Well, it was tough. It was tough. Chat had to help me. Round 2 is Forest Dweller's Shield. Walton. Put your dick away, Walton. Like these little nut buddies. They're fun. A note from Maka. Just climb into the tree's mouth to leave the forest. I promise I won't eat you. What do you need? I saw a big whirly circle in an area with water. Oh. That giant whirlpool near, in Lake Hylia. I don't think I took a picture of it. No. Maybe the shield is inside the Deku tree? It's not. Shrine of Light nearby. That's... Huh? Another one? God damn it. You've got mushrooms. Good for you. The Spore Store. Vinny, have you ever done spore corruptions? No, I don't believe I have. You found the shield too. Treasure hunt is over. It was hard. Your bow stash is full.
Thanks. Shame this stuff is broken. Fused items regen on forest weapons so you can do infinite smoke shrooms or whatever. Talk to the Inn Korok. You mean in the Deku Tree? Oh, it's free sleep. You can get lots of money by giving flint to a Goron. Vinny, would you be interested in doing the randomizer that combines OOT and Majora's Mask? Actually, no. Like, there's also the randomizer that does Super Metroid and Link to the Past, and I have... It's weird, I don't really have any interest in randomizers that combine games. I'm sure it's fun for some people, it just sounds like a lot. It just sounds like a really long playthrough. And very, like, I mean, I guess the randomizer's already out of order. For Majora's Mask and Ocarina, at least they're very similar. Obviously, same engine. Covered in lost fog, only Koroks can go there. Oh, okay. Wonder if you could see into the forest from that sky island, too. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that one sounds better than... I didn't realize that was still happening. So apparently there's a shrine over there. So I have to get there from the sky. You read it out loud. Yeah. I didn't comprehend, is the problem. I might actually... Oh, that was a good voice crack. Isolate that one, lads. Almost 40, by the way. I'm actually relatively tired. And I don't think I'll be streaming until 1:30 today. I mean, I guess you never know when it comes to video games like this. You just keep playing. You play, and then you play some more, and then you keep playing. Midlife crisis stream when? Every stream is a midlife crisis stream. I'm almost positive I hit the shrine before I opened up my parachute.
It's a frame perfect trick. That's my secret trick. I think we're doing okay on bows and stuff. Vinny, there was a highest waist. Yeah, I haven't really been acknowledging those. Sorry about that. Here, let me give you a reward.
Squeeze your hog.
From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. Ramlazar,
I found it. This is a special place that I, Maka, found. Maka likes to come here alone sometimes. Didn't think I'd find someone else here. You told me about it, friend. How do I get to this? How do I get to Lake Saria? Vinny, the mushrooms. Okay. See, I thought it was mushroom related earlier. I was almost right. Kind of right. Turns out chat accepted a sponsorship from Doritos. Chat, I wonder if corporations are going to start doing that. Like, actually paid chat members. So that the streamer is reading messages from like 200 people talking about Doritos. No! No! This quest sure makes me want to sit down and eat a whole bag of Doritos, says a chat member. You didn't do it right. Boy, gosh, this quest really makes me want to sit down and eat a delicious bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. The flavor I can trust. Slight bit of tang, but that familiar Dorito taste. What do you think, streamer? And then you find out, like, the name of the account is, like, Dorito, like, spelled backwards. And it's like a donation to a streamer. Why aren't corporations donating to streamers? That would be such a drop in the bucket. You go to a streamer with, like, 10 to 50k viewers and you just donate, so it reads it out loud. Boy, I should sure go for a Coca-Cola. Coke does that? They are already doing that. I mean, of course they are. They have to. You don't understand, chat. They have to. Oh, I'm voice cracking all over the place. Can't find the proper mushroom. God damn it. Boy, I should... You know, I've really worked up a hunger playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I could sure go for a new Coca-Cola brand Dorito. That's right. It tastes like Coca-Cola. The flavor that you know, love, and trust. But it's actually a Dorito. Why does he keep mentioning trust? Because these products, these corporations want you to trust them. That's how they sell their product. Trust. Familiarity. They've been with you. At your lowest moment. Lowest moment, which was previously eating an entire bag. Now go for 2. My lowest moment was not understanding what chat was saying earlier when they were posting Doritos. Now I understand, of course. Are there other, shrines in this forest? Yeah, I know the light roots. I guess I got the light roots first, so I could just trace those up. That sounded like the gnome fart. Good God. Nothing good is about that. That's weird that recall didn't work properly. Why? Chat, I'm getting to a point where I don't think I'll be getting all of the shrines in this playthrough. How many shrines were there in Breath of the Wild, chat? Was it also like 150? There was like 120, so I got all of those. You would love the full shrine reward. Well, fuck. Light roots you don't really need to do. That doesn't really count as a shrine as much, from what I understand. Golden apples. Bring me 5 and I'll trade you 1 pretty stone. How dare you? Of course it's called Mito Swamp. Puke Shrine. Can I still go to Mito Swamp and get the golden apples? Because this motherfucker took 5 of my golden apples. There's an orchard right next to a shrine. You just have to find it. Vinny, you don't need to pick up every weapon. I know. I feel like that's better than the spear, though, at least. Vinny, have you ever visited the Adirondack Mountains upstate? I don't think I've ever been... Let's see. Just looking it up. Been to Lake George, which is kind of close, but not quite. Isn't that the Catskills? It might be. Cat's definitely got skills. Yeah, but I think Lake George is a little south of the Adirondack Mountains. Catskills aren't as tall, if I'm not mistaken. What an absolute mess. Evermean? Oh, like an evergreen? Oh god, get out of here. That's stupid. Oh god, there's so many enemies. If you break a decayed weapon, you can find a pristine version in the depths. I don't know, maybe. Maybe that's how it works. Your forest dweller's shield broke. Can't say I'm surprised. It spent more time on fire than not. Hey, I know, I'll use this wooden sword to cut down some wooden trees. Okay, we got one more shrine in here. Think I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish, so I might go after that. Get that shrine. $12-hour stream? No. Well, I didn't really have much of a chance to play this, last week. So this is now 3 days in a row. Saw something similar. Looked kind of different. But tried to go back to it. There were a bunch of monsters. This is fucking nuts. That horn player is going mental. Dazzle fruit, you muppet. Think about what you just typed into my chat room. Dazzle fruit, you muppet. In any other part of the world, in any other culture, that would be completely meaningless. But here, we understand. Where is the dazzle fruit? That is the real question. Actually, don't know what the shit looks like. Oh. Well, forgive the Muppet behavior, but... Boy, that's easy now. Oh shit. Oh fuck, oh shit. Well, this is a first. one hit away. If you could only listen to 3 albums the rest of your life, which 3 would they be? Oh. Fuck. Let me get back to you on that one. I guess greatest hits don't count, huh? Because, like, the Genesis and the Queen greatest hits, those are 3 CDs. So there's a lot of music there. But it's also greatest hits. Street Fighter customization music. Yep, that's the one you want. Grace by Jeff Buckley, that's a good one. I'd be afraid, though. I'd be afraid to take these albums, because I know... The problem is, like, if you could only listen to 3 albums, each listen brings you closer to the end of you liking that album. So I'd have my, like, listening quota for, like, the month. Alright, this month I will listen to this album 1 time. The next month, I will listen to the next album 1 time. Maybe not everyone is built the same way, but I know I am. I don't really know if I'd be able to listen to the same music that much. I'd need some variety. Built different. Rationing your music. Yeah, like you would food. Food and water, same thing. Typhlo puzzle? Someone said I've listened to 10 by Pearl Jam like 10,000 times, and not once have I ever gotten bored of it. It's a great album. Bored of it. Well, there's a chat member that wants me to do the Typhlo puzzle. Typhlo Ruins has a puzzle with each of the sage powers. Well, I don't have one of them. I mean, good to know, but yeah, I can't do this now. Chad, thank you for watching. We got a lot done today. Got the Master Sword. We did the Lost Woods. We saw some cutscenes. God, the depths. There's just so much to it. So yeah, thank you all for watching once again. I don't know when I'll have a chance to play this again next, but we'll probably play a bunch next week. And I'm gonna probably do some on my own just for fun. Just shrine hunting and the like. And I don't know when I'll begin the next dungeon, but it won't be next week more than likely. I'm just gonna try to continue grabbing, like, shrines and items and armor. doing some quests for the stables, and then we'll attempt the Zora dungeon. I'm enjoying and savoring the game. But I know sometime, maybe in July, early July, late June, probably end up finishing it. I guess we'll see. Make sure to record the Goron Cafe. Well, whatever that is, I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I'll probably be live for that, so you can just tell me about it then. But hey, I am savoring the game. I hope you are too in your own way, whether it be watching me or playing it on your own. I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. And that dude who mixes paint is awesome. Just saying. Goodbye, chat members.
Can you do that, Alden? Can you cry out like a little baby for the film? It'd be so beautiful. Crawl over there and crawl around and cry like a baby. See, real loud. Can you do it? Can you do it? Crawl and cry like a baby. Alden, do that thing. That would be so beautiful. That's great, like that. Can you make noise? Keep making noise.